Alright, someone asked earlier about train. And the sort of stuff you can do on train. So, I found a couple of different spots on train that might be useful. Maybe not all of them. But we will find out. You guys will help me out. I should probably just have a config for this, shouldn't I? Instead of typing the same thing every time. Because it's kind of stupid, isn't it? Okay. Right. Where shall we start? Okay, the big problem is actually that I haven't really had much of a chance to play train in matchmaking, so I should probably do that. So I'm not exactly sure what the timings are, like how fast you can get to different spots before the enemy does. So forgive me if some of this is a little bit outdated or not really valuable. So one thing I found out you can do is if you walk up here, you look straight into the wall, crouch, and then shoot at this particular leaf. It will wallbang right down here, and it should be sort of roughly headshot height, maybe a little bit lower, but, you know, either way, I imagine people could be trying to occupy this spot, hold, you know, or maybe even further back, just, you know, trying to see if they could hold this angle. So you can shoot through that right up here. Someone please give me credit for all this stuff, because I spent an ungodly amount of time shooting through all these walls, but that's actually a very easy one to hit. Right, so which other ones did I discover? Some are more or less fun. I think actually this is one that everyone since has discovered. Whoops. Or is it just grenade? I can't even remember. It's probably HE grenade, isn't it? Right, so throwing this one up here, not like that, but more like, Jesus Christ, more like this. Okay, I'm just going to give it up. Throw it in there, for God's sakes. I imagine people walking in here, I think the timing is going to be pretty good. You can also obviously throw flashbangs out the other way, and you can probably set up smokes from these windows as well. So these windows are quite cool. You can do quite a lot of wall banging through this particular wall as well, whereas this one, not quite the same. So yeah, you can probably try and shoot people. I mean, that's just down to how much you want to spend time practicing. If you want to be the sort of person who, you know, wall bangs people who this, then you can pretty easy. I mean, yeah, that's pretty like the most obvious one in the whole game, I would say. Right. So what other ones are there? There are a couple of fun ones, including. Okay, we'll try. Well, actually, this one first. So this one, I'm not exactly sure how to line it up well, because this is a weird one because you need so much control to do it. Like, you can't just walk in here, I assume, and start shooting at stuff. So, but still, you can, if you want to, shoot through this wall, and it'll go all the way into the connector. And it's not a lot of damage, but I think it depends a bit on how you angle it. I think you can get a little bit more damage out of it, maybe. You hit that wall, you're doing it wrong, so you can sort of technically shoot through here and do a little bit of damage. Maybe just be annoying. I imagine people, CTs, at least on old train, a lot of people would be hanging around this area. Next up, if you want, you can stand right here, and I think this is roughly the angle. Shoot people who are walking around up here, and that was a little bit too high, as you can tell, so it's more like stand here and shoot there. And actually does a lot of damage. Look at that, like 40 damage going through. If you headshot people through here, that pretty kills them. And it depends on how much is this weird stuff you hit in here. Like, if you hit too much of it, it won't really do much of anything. If you hit just enough, it'll be fine. So, yeah, pretty good angle to know, I would say. But again, it's super situational. Like, a lot of this, I'm not saying a lot of this isn't. It's not like I'm gonna expect people to do this in a competitive game, because like, what sort of maniac in a competitive game would stop, and instead of helping his teammates by rotating, he would like stand and try and wallbang this particular spot? Like, that'd be crazy, right? So it's all somewhat situational. You gotta know what you're doing, basically. Like, if you do it in fun matchmaking games, probably someone's gonna love you if you hit the shot, and it'll be hilarious. Yeah, I don't know if you can still do this boost up here, guys. There was a boost that people did where you can kind of like look over in here, but you can still use this spot obviously to throw out grenades and stuff. I swear I came up with something else, didn't I? Through the one way, through the other way. Obviously, by the way, I mean all of these obviously work in reverse as well. Like you can shoot back through here as well and do decent damage. So it kind of works both ways. What else? Right, some fairly obvious ones. This one's actually like pretty nice, I think. As far as I know, if you line up right here and just kind of shoot straight through, yeah, it kind of goes like right down the lane. So you can actually check both sides of this train without ever showing yourself. So that's also interesting. Did I come up with something else? I'm trying to run through what I have discovered so far. One of the things that's really annoying about this map is that there are almost no boost spots as far as I can tell. Like there are no ways to get up in like weird spots to hide out. So that makes it a little bit more tricky. You could... Okay, so on Old Train, a very popular spot would be this one. Standing right here, and that was a full ramp. Like that ramp kind of continued up like this. So I imagine it'll be a little bit different. But let's say it's sort of roughly the same. I actually think it won't be on this map. I think it'll be very different because this, like, look how exposed you are. On Old Train, you'd be able to position yourself so that you were essentially standing like this. So you'd have like just your top of your face showing, right? And the other thing is because you can throw flashbangs in through here. Imagine if you're standing back there and you're just trying to, like, you know, snipe, and somebody throws a grenade and it pops here, right? A flashbang, you're blinded completely. So, but if this spot became really popular, I think you can probably come up with a way to wallbang it from back here somewhere. I haven't tested this entirely, but I think if you have a teammate that's sort of standing here, you can actually shoot through all of this. So, okay, wrong angle, but you can shoot through all of this like this, and that shot even does a hell of a lot of damage. So you can probably find out good angles to wallbang people if they're standing here just by shooting through that one. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work in reverse, because if you shoot lower than this, you're going to shoot into the floor, so that's just something I was playing around with for a while, but didn't really make it work. These windows here, I'm not sure. I tried to set up some smokes through them. Not really this way, you can't, but you can throw them out here if you want to. But then if you... Presumably any smoke you can throw from here, you can throw it even more easily from in here. So I'm not sure that's a big value. What else? Did I come up with something else? I wish there was something going on down here that you could use, but I haven't been able to come up with anything really interesting just yet. Everything seems to be really, really hard to wallbang. Right, and sort of generally speaking about train, actually, I mean, this is something that I played around with. I don't know how useful it'll be, but I think you could maybe try and put up a smoke like this, where you're kind of looking under it like this. I'm not sure you're going to be very visible from the other side. In fact, I'm quite sure it's going to be really, really hard to spot someone from back here, right? And kind of see, because I can see people through this. I'm not looking at the side of it. So you can kind of, like, you know, I think that works, but again, in an actual competitive match, if you put up the smoke, you can only really do it once, and they're going to see you forever. Like, they're going to know. And then you're, like, look where you are. You're sort of weirdly trapped, right? Plus, I'm not sure... Yeah, that's the problem. I'm not sure how things play on this map yet. I need more time, basically, to figure it out. Oh, wait, there was another one. Yeah, that's actually... This was the really cool one. This might actually legitimately be useful, depending on the situation. Again, going off Old Train, this electric box, which people call it, was very, very popular to hide behind. And I imagine it still will be, right? You sort of run out here as a terrorist, and once you're out here, you can try and throw smokes and throw flashbangs and all cool stuff, right? So, I imagine people are going to be trying to use this electric box to hide from, and you can actually stand all the way up here. Shoot. You see this white spot on the wall? Straight behind electric. So, people hiding here do a hell of a lot of damage, and if you angle it correctly, like this is just the angle to shoot behind it, shoot a little bit higher, probably going to be a headshot. Just kind of keep going like that. So that is actually the one thing that I found, right? You line yourself up, not the furthest one, but the second furthest one, and then you just kind of shoot through. So that one is definitely interesting. That That I think that's actually the most interesting one that I found. And obviously these ones, like you can do this all day if you want to, except if you hit this one. But I thought for a moment, I had a moment on this map, guys, where I thought I was an actual genius until it turned out I wasn't. I thought you could boost up and look in here. Look at this. I thought it was possible to somehow shoot through all of this. I mean, technically it would be if you could find the right angle, but did I? Yeah, so but I thought it was possible for a second to shoot back and forth easily through this, and even better, I thought for a moment maybe you could do it as a CT. Now I think you just can. I think if you're shooting up here and you're sort of shooting through, can't you? I swear we tested this at one point. Didn't we? No. Alright, well, I think maybe if you boost or something, you could find a way to shoot from out here. But again, what's the chances you're going to be standing here and firing like a crazy person through a wall? It's just not possible. But I was hoping. Actually, I'm wondering if this would be more, if it would be more fun if this window could be broken, because then you could throw flashes and smokes. You kind of use this ramp right here to just like fake out A, and then run B instead. Maybe. Right, there's another one. I think other people have pointed this out as well, but I'm pretty sure that if you are standing kind of right here and doing this, then this is, it's not quite a one-way smoke, but it'll be really, really hard for people to spot if they're coming up here. Like, you won't be showing yourself all that much. And was there an even better one? I'm trying to remember. It's been a really long time since I've done this. I can't remember if this one will give you more visibility. No, it won't. Well, regardless, this is still like a really sick AWPing spot. I'm guessing if the other one works, maybe this one works too. Is it possible? Right, so maybe you could. I'm not sure. Right, so that is pretty much what I've been spending my time on train, actually. Again, I wish that there were more spots you could like jump up on. I've really tried. I've spent a lot of time trying to jump up in weird places, but it just doesn't really seem to be possible. I mean, you can get up here, but it's not useful. I can't see you doing too well up here for a long time. And then any other spots, like, you know, you might expect some of the stuff to be possible to jump up on, but I can't make it work. Right, so hope you guys got something out of it, and hope maybe we'll see some of it in competitive train. Maybe not. Like, a lot of it is definitely like a no-go, but it's still fun. Right, I'm trying to search my mind to see if there's anything else. Like, this whole place up here seems like it's a place that should be it could be interesting, but at the same time, how are you gonna be up here as a CT? Like, how are you gonna avoid getting grenaded and molotoved? It's really confusing, actually. Maybe the way to play this spot is like to play on ladder, just so people like just wait here until something happens. People try and put down the bomb. You're like, ah. Actually, there is one really weird thing you can do on this map, which is not exclusive to train, but it's definitely a lot of fun. If you get out here, then again, you'd need like a little bit of time. But let's say you were just playing matchmaking or ESCA or something, and you know you're having fun with your friends, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's just try this. You could, I guess, just go and put the bomb down first, and then the point is you can use these traffic cones to cover up the bomb. It doesn't work on all angles, but suppose you're retained the site as a CT and you're like, oh, I'm totally gonna find that bomb. Not here. And there are a couple of other places like that. Like, all these traffic cones shouldn't really be here because it's really weird. You can see it from certain angles, but you're missing it from some angles. So that's annoying and also really funny. So Oh, you can actually walk all the way back here. Not that that's really useful. Yeah. There are a couple of other maps like that. In fact, there is, on Overpass, there is a bucket in the A-bomb site that no one's ever used. I guess this is the thing, when you're playing high-level competitive, you're not going to spend time doing that. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, that this one actually, which I think is like a Geiger counter, isn't it? I think this roughly, like, it covers it a little bit too, right? Maybe not a lot, but I could see from some angles, if you're a CT jumping up here and you're looking for the bomb and you're you know, no bomb. So it's all about situational, right? It's a bit situational. The other side, it's really easy. But still, if you're putting on the bomb and you have time for it anyway, why not do it? It's a feature. So that's a rough rundown of the stuff that I have found on Train. Maybe other people have found it too, so I'm not like trying to claim that all of it is just mine, but gotta try.